Hi there, welcome back to my studio. Me Lou of Shakti-Life. Last class we were working on opening the heart, and today I'm going to continue with keeping the heart open. I feel it's important in our waking lives. Life happens to us and we tend to close off our hearts, especially if it's a really bad experience. But what I'm encouraging to you and challenging you to do is to keep the heart open. Take all the experiences that you have in life and allow them to filter them through the heart, feel it and release it. Let it go. So here with Neville today. We'll see how long he lasts there. But let's all begin together. Let us flip around on the mat here and just come to lay on our back. So either holding onto your legs as you roll down or just rolling down, engaging your core, rolling all the way down onto your back. So just coming here, legs are long, feet are splayed out. You can either start with having your right hand on your belly or left hand on the heart center, or just having your arms alongside your body. I'm going to take a deep breath in through the nose. And then we're going to breathe out through the mouth. So you're just going to continue breathing now, just as we ground and center. So whatever you were doing before class or after class, you're just going to bring yourself into the present moment. It is all we have. And if you find your mind wandering at all during class, just bringing yourself back to your breath. So just as we lay here quietly, you can also bring your feet to touch with the back diamond and then bringing your hands to touch above your head. You can just turn your feet from side to side. So we're just going to bring awareness into the mind and the body. So I'd like you to start by just checking in with your thoughts, not so much entertaining your thoughts at all, but that awareness of the weight of your thoughts. Do they feel heavy? Or do they feel light? And then checking in with the body, checking in for any areas of discomfort, with the hips open here, with the knees splayed out, checking in with your hips, your lower back, move up your spine, your shoulder blades, your shoulders into your neck. Gently as you turn your head from side to side. And then we're just going to bring the arms down and then just bringing your legs up, knees to touch, like closing butterfly wings. And then we're going to hug our knees into our chest, just gently rocking here from side to side. At any point in class, I encourage you to have your eyes closed if that's comfortable, or a soft gaze. We're wanting to allow ourselves to go on an inward journey, understanding what it is that your body is needing. So we're really just going to listen to our bodies. I'm going to be guiding you, but you're really going to listen to what your body needs in this now moment. We're going to take our knees wider of the rib cage, elbows, knees into the elbow crease, and we're going to circle the hands and feet. Nice big circles, point and flex. Change direction when you want to. Just warming up here. You can tuck the thumb into the hands if you want to, circling here. Then we're going to take the feet up towards the ceiling, either holding onto your ankles or onto your feet, and just gently rocking side to side in your happy baby. Tailbone is long, chin is tucked in, spine is long. When you pull down either on your ankles or your feet, I want you to also engage the arms here, nice and strong. When you rock from side to side, you can slightly straighten a leg if you want to. Breathing, rocking. And then coming back onto the back, just hugging the knees into the chest here. We're going to flex our feet. We're going to take our arms to the side, palms facing down, chin is still tucked in. Really reach those arms long. And we're going to slowly start to warm up the spine. We're going to take the legs towards the left. but we're not going to let them touch the ground yet. Your head is going in the opposite direction. As the body moves across, you may find some resistance that takes your breath away. This is the point where you pause. This is the point where you breathe. And then you're going to gently roll back to center. Feet are still flexed. You're going to come all the way to the other side. Head goes in the opposite direction. As you go here, there's that point where there's maybe some resistance, or it takes your breath away slightly. This is the point where I want you to pause and breathe. So we're going to continue moving through this in your own time. No rush. This is the pause and the breathing is what I'm talking about in your waking life. Whatever you're feeling through your heart center, I'm wanting you to go there, pause and breathe. And in that pause moment, you're taking your legs to the opposite side. Now, if you haven't already, just gently, gently. In that pause moment, you are being given a choice. So whatever's happening in your outside world and whatever it's creating in your inner world, you have that point of like an option, a choice to feel the feelings and process them, or to harbor them and hang on. I do urge you to feel and release. So we're going to continue now to the other side. Should be getting a little bit easier. See if the legs are able to go slightly closer to the floor. You feel your shoulder blade coming off the floor a little bit. You're wanting to reach that arm down to the shoulder blades. I want you to stay down. You can move back to center. All the way to the other side. Keep turning, reaching, breathing. Legs will hopefully be able to go down a little bit further. Yeah, breathing, reaching. That moment of pause, choice. Focus on the breath. Coming back to the other side. See now if you're able to take the legs all the way across. Knees are on the mat. Lifting up through the shoulders. Shoulder blades are on the mat. Eyes can be closed. Knees are stacked. Feet are stacked. Deep breath in here. And breathing out. And breathing in. And breathing out. Just one more breath. You are surrendering here, but you are still twisting. A beautiful twist in the body. Breathing in. And breathing out. Roll the body back. Rolling slowly, slowly, slowly. Adjust through the spine and the shoulders, and then bringing the legs all the way down to the other side. Slowly move through the breath, stack the knees, feet can be flexed, lifting through the shoulders, getting that nice twist, reaching through the arms, forearms are down, turning the head in the opposite direction, breathing. Breathing. Breathing, reaching. And breathing. Breathing. And last time, breathing out. Really surrender here. With the knees stacked, rolling, rolling, rolling back onto your back. Through the arms. Let's hug the knees into the chest again, nice and tight. Just going to push away with the knees now, hands onto the elbows. We're going to push the knees away, tucking the chin in, engaging through your core, stretching through the lower back into the shoulders. As you breathe out, you're going to roll back down. Breathing in, curling, tucking the chin and engaging your core here, pressing away. And breathing out, rolling back down. And last time all together, breathing in, pushing the knees away, engaging through the lower back. And breathing out, coming all the way back down. Let's release the arms off the legs here. One more time, taking the hands to the side, palms facing down, bringing the feet to the mat, hip width apart, and just gently windshield wiping from side to side, turning your head in the opposite direction. Just turning here and turning. Gently windshield wiping. So we're starting to mobilize the body, warming up the body. If you find your mind drifting at all, focusing on other things like today, just take it back to the breath. Breathing in and breathing out. We're going to hug the knees into the chest again, nice and tight, and then 1 or 2 times rocking into seated. So we're going to feel nice and peaceful. I love that feeling after having laid down with our eyes closed, even though we were exercising, peaceful of our minds. We come to sitting, to greet each other, smiling, feeling peaceful in the mind, peaceful through the body. So we're going to check in with our posture here. So like when our hands are resting, they're closed. The body also tends to want to close. If I'm sitting here, the body tends to want to close. So we're wanting to open the body. We're wanting to open the heart center. We're wanting nice posture. So if I put my hands behind me, I get that feeling of sitting upright. So I'm just going to face you again. Legs are crossed. We're going to reach our hands onto the knees and we're just going to curl here, engaging your core, tucking the chin in. Here you can turn your head gently from side to side. You're hanging on the knees. And then you're opening up through the heart center, breathing, reaching. We're off to Nevi. Nice. Breathing. So you really, I'm just going to show you on the side here. You're wanting to hang on the knees here. So you're getting a nice stretch through the back and engaging your core. And then coming through, reaching, opening through the heart center. Come back towards the ceiling, breathing, reaching. As I said, moving to the neck if you want to. Really reaching. One time. This is seated cat cow. Face you. Let's do one more time. And then coming back to center. We're going to just swivel around now onto our hands and knees. So just bringing the knees to the mat, hip width apart. Just do the clothing if you need to. Hands are hip width, knees are hip width. We're going to drop through the belly here, and we're going to look up towards the ceiling. Allow your gaze to take you even further. And then we're going to arch up, tucking our chin into our chest, reaching through the shoulders here. So continuing with your breath here, breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in and breathing out. Coming back to sit and shake it out a bit. We're just going to move to the right. Nice big circles here over the wrist as you come forwards, nice and strong, all the way to the side. So this is almost like sitting back in child's pose. You're reaching to the right, sweeping to the left, coming all the way around, strong over the wrist. You can change direction. Here's a nice opportunity to play. So if you tighten your hips and your lower back, you can play here over the wrists, sitting back into your child's pose. If you tighten the shoulders, you can do little half circles here, releasing through the shoulders, then continuing to come around. This is where I want you, I encourage you to make it your own practice. I'm guiding you. You're going to play here, breathing. Half circles, full circles, releasing when you need to, really starting to warm up the body nicely. And one more, either full circle or 2 half circles. And then we're going to meet back in our tabletop. So just creating enough space at the front of the mat. You may need to move back slightly. We're going to slide the hands forward on the mat, all the way into our puppy pose. So you're just dipping the chest forward, tailbone reaches up towards the ceiling, chin or forward to the mat. Let's just start by tenting the fingertips into the mat, reaching the arms long, breathing in. And breathing out, reaching. There's options here, so you can stay like this, fingers tented into the mat, or you bring your fingers flat to the mat, settling deeper. You can also do all 3 or 4, bringing the hands to the elbows in like a box frame, chin or forward to the mat, deepening the stretch here, breathing in and breathing out. And then the other option is Straightening the arms again, walking the elbows in slightly, bringing the hands into prayer above your head. Reaching through the shoulders, again, breathing in and breathing. Sinking through the shoulders. Yeah, one more breath, breathing in and breathing out. Bring the arms back down. Last breath here, breathing in and breathing out. We're going to walk the hands back. We find ourselves back in our tabletop. Just checking in with your alignment. We're going to just come back and sit on the toes, just to release through the arms here, nice and strong, circling through the hands. You can tuck your thumbs in if you want to, circling through the wrists here. Change direction if you can. Chinese puzzle brain teaser. And then coming back onto all fours in your tabletop, just smacking your feet out there. We're going to take the right leg back, all the way back. You're wanting to dig the toe into the mat. You're wanting to gently come over the wrists, gently pull the body back. Nice and strong. Checking hypermobility in those arms, breathing here, reaching. No tension in the neck at all. Coming back. Then we're going to take that leg all the way across the body, looking at the foot. I'm wanting you strong through your arms, but you're going to get a nice twist. You're going to, what's that twist? You're going to feel it through the side body as you really take the gaze around to look at that leg. Breathing in and breathing out. You can pivot on the toe like we did on the other side, or other side, the same side, but when we were reaching back rather. Sorry. Breathing in. Tension in the neck, breathing out. You can just pull it back if you want to. Breathing in and breathing out. So we're going to bring that leg back. What we want to do now is we're wanting to open up into our banana plank. So that long leg that we've been pivoting on the toe, we're just going to turn the foot into the mat. So the heel comes down. This bent leg is going to be our kickstand. So just adjusting it. Left arm comes in slightly strong into the mat. Right arm comes up the body, reaching up towards the ceiling and then overhead. Bending slightly through the elbow here. You can reach your heel out more of the long leg so that you're nice, the foot is nice and parallel to the mat, and then you're stretching, reaching up and over. No tension in the neck. Breathing in here. Breathing out, reaching. Breathing in. Breathing. One more breath here. Breathing in. And breathing out. We're going to open up now, kind of like we're flying really nice. When we were speaking about keeping the heart open, we're going to open here, like shining through. Opening through the arm, opening through the heart center. Breathing in. And out. We're going to circle that top arm all the way around to the long leg, circling, circling, coming all the way around. Before you come out of the pose, bringing the hand back down, then over the toe, over the leg, bringing yourself back to your tabletop, adjusting through your hands and your knees are hip width apart. Bring the legs slightly closer now. Left leg comes back other side. Same story, same sequence. Just pivoting over that toe. Going over the wrist slightly, nice and strong through the body, strong through the arms, strong through the legs, neutral through the neck, no tension there. Breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in and breathing out. Going to take that back leg across now, like we did on the other side. Reaching here up onto the toe, and then you can pull the body back. I'm wanting you to really look, turn your head and really look towards that leg and that foot. So you're getting a beautiful stretch here to the side body, reaching and breathing. Breathing. Just one more breath here. You can stay with the leg being pulled back by the heel or just pivoting on the toe. See what you want to do. Breathing. Reaching. Then we're going to bring the leg back to center as you were. You're just going to open up. So just dropping that heel down. The bent knee, you're just going to open up like a kickstand. Right hand comes in. Left arm just comes up along the body. Reaching that heel even more towards the end of the mat, nice and parallel. Reaching the body, the arm up, the body long. Taking that top arm all the way overhead. You can turn through the neck, slightly 3 breaths. You're breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in and last breath here, strong through the arms. Breathing in. Out. Let's open up like the shining, opening our heart, reaching the arm back, stretching through the neck as well. Breathing in and breathing out. Let's circle that top arm all the way around, all the way around. Coming back down, bringing the hand back down, onto the toe. Let's bring the knees back. Let's take the toes to touch, knees wide, coming into our child's pose. And start by taking the arms long, fingertips into the mat. And then just bringing the hands one on top of the other into your wide leg child's pose. Breathing here. Just releasing through the arms, releasing through the legs. One more breath here. Then you come back onto tabletop. As quick little cat-cow dog. Dropping the belly down, looking up. Arching through the spine, tucking the chin in. One more time here. And we will all meet back in our tabletop. So shake it out a little bit. Knees can come slightly closer together. We're going to ground through the left knee. We're going to take that right leg up towards the ceiling. I want you to flex your foot. And we're going to look up towards the ceiling. So you're going to get a really nice deep stretch in the lower back, looking up, reaching the foot, breathing in. And now we're going to bring the nose and knee to each other. Nose and knee, breathing out, crunching, squeezing. And then breathing in, reaching up, looking up, breathing out, squeezing. One more time, breathing up, reaching up, breathing in. Flexing that foot, really lift as high as you can, even bringing the foot close and breathing out, squeezing. Let's bring the knee down. We're just going to come off the wrist. We've been on the wrist quite a lot, so just coming off the wrist, giving them a little bit of a break, putting some focus on toes, shaking it out, shaking it out. Hands back into the mat, backing out the toes there. Other side, left leg comes up, foot is flexed. I'm wanting you to lift that leg as high as you can, reaching the foot towards your head, reaching your, or looking up with your head, eyes back, breathing in, lifting, breathing out, crunching knee to nose, crunch, breathing in, lifting, reaching, breathing out, crunch, breathing in, lifting, reaching, breathing out, squeezing, and then let's bring the knee back. Knees just slightly wider, not too wide, and then just sitting back in our child pose, starting with taking the arms long, fingertips into the mat, and then up to you. You can bring your hands set one on top of the other, or bringing your arms alongside the body, forward to the mat. Breathing in and breathing out. One more breath, breathing in and breathing out. We're going to move through the next sequence now. So I encourage you to drink some water at any point during class. I'm trying to get better at it. So yeah, grab some water. And then we will all meet each other back in our tabletop. Hydrate. Right, so back in tabletop. We're going to have our hands into the mat. Knees hip width apart. We're going to press into our downward facing dog through bent knees. So digging the toes into the mat, hovering here, pressing through the knees, coming into straighten the legs, coming up onto the toes, reaching your heels into the mat. Hands are strong into the mat, pushing your head through your arms. So just checking our alignment here, bend the knees quite generously and then tilt the tailbone up towards the ceiling. When you do this, you feel your chest dip even more through the arms, straightening through the legs now, feeling beautifully aligned in your downward facing dog. One breath here, breathing in and breathing out. We're going to walk the legs quite generously out on the spot, ribs, floating ribs on those upper thighs, walking them out, walking them out. The dog. Then reaching the feet back, we're going to bring the feet closer together, right leg up towards the ceiling, right leg is long, bending through the knee here, 2 breaths, we're opening like a shining, look up towards the ceiling under your armpit, 1 more breath, foot is flexed, reaching here, breathing in, and breathing out. Straightening the leg, squaring off the hip, looking forward, we're going to take that right leg all the way out to the outside of our mat. So your heel is on the mat, your toes can be just off the mat. You can play here, you are at right angles with that knee. I'm wanting us to open the foot, so you can see the underneath of your foot and push away the knee here, stretching through the side body, playing here. Here you have options, we're going to hold it a little bit, so you can stay like this as you are, again, going over the toe, over the wrist. You can bring the knee down, flattening through the foot, arms up or elbows to the mat in your full lizard. Opening up through that foot, opening up through the knee. You can also keep the elbows down and come up onto the leg here. Reaching and playing. Breathing. Reaching. Knees down. Opening through that hip. 2 more breaths here. You can close your eyes if you want to. Really surrender to the pose. Let it all go. Breathing in. Breathing out. You can also engage that Ujjayi breath, breathing in and breathing out. Bring our hands back into the mat as we prepare to come out, nice and strong. Lifting up through the legs so we can create space to come out. Lifting up strong, breathing and back into our downward facing dog. Walking your down dog out in the spot. If you need to come out of any pose at any time, just come into child's pose and then just join us back when you're ready. So just walking the legs out, left leg up towards the ceiling this time. Adjusting through the arms if you need to, nice and strong. Bending through that knee, foot is flexed. Reaching the foot towards your bottom, and we're going to do like that, shining again. Opening up. Breathing, head looking under, eyes looking under your armpit towards the ceiling. 1 more breath here. Breathing in. Breathing out, squaring off the legs, the hip, looking forward, taking that left leg to the outside of the mat. Heel is on the mat, toes are just off the mat, leg is long. You can play here a little bit backwards and forwards. And then like we did on the other side, our options, you can bring the knee back down, put down to the mat. Can bring the elbows down to the mat. Remember here we're opening up through the knee and through the foot. Toe can come back into the mat and you're going to play here if you want to. Up to you. And close the eyes just to feel slightly more peaceful. And breathing. And reaching. One last breath here, breathing in. And breathing out. Bring the hands back into the mat as we prepare to come out nice and strong through the hands, lifting strong through the legs. Ready to bring that left leg back, breathing in, left leg back into your downward facing dog, pressing your hands through your knees, walking your legs out from the spot. We're going to roll through now, so strong through the arms, hovering through the lower belly, looking forward, over the toes, over the wrists in your high plank, bending through the knees without the knees touching the mat. And just rolling through 2 more times, looking forwards over the wrists, over the toes, bending through the knees as we put ourselves through last time, breathing all the way over, Nice and stretch and long and reach all the way back up into down dog. We're just going to roll through now to transition, rolling high plank. Knees are hovering. You can wiggle through the hips there, feel it through the lower back. Knees down. Over the toes for real into our child's pose. Arms are long. Fingertips content into the mat here. Then we bring our hands one on top of the other. And then when you're ready, you can just bring your arms alongside the body, fully releasing. Breathing in and breathing out. And again, breathing in and breathing out. Feel your heart rate returning to normal. Feeling strong through the body, feeling stretched. We're going to move on now to our peak pose. Almost to our peak pose. We're going to bring our hands to the mat, back into our tabletop. We can just squeeze in another little cat-cow here because it's so good for us. Feeling more mobilized now, chest up and arching. Coming back, breathing, reaching. You can maneuver slightly through the hips there. Last time, chest up and arching up. Releasing through the shoulders, breathing out. We're going to dig our toes into the mat now, bending through the knees, straightening the legs back into our downward facing dog, up onto the toes. Here we want to move forwards to the top of our mat. So you can bring your feet slightly closer. We're going to lift up through the hip and try at least place the heel on the mat first. Lift up through the hip, heel, up, up. And walking all the way forwards, forward fold. Let's take the knees wider than the knees as well, but the feet wider than hips. Taking the hands to the elbows and gently rocking here. You can exaggerate the rocking in your ragdoll, gently from side to side, almost bouncing, but just gently, eyes can be closed. Breathing. Gently, gently from side to side. One more breath, breathing in. And releasing through the hands. The heel toe, the feet in, heel toe. Bending through the knees. And we're going to have like almost like orangutan arms, like long arms for the body. As we bend through the knees, hanging through the shoulders as we start to roll up. Slowly, slowly as we start to straighten the body. Rolling up into standing and then opening at the end through the shoulders. Nicely done. Just adjusting to the clothes here if you need to. We're going to transition now through our chair pose. So with chair here, I'm wanting us to sink through the knees. Face you quickly so feet are just not touching. The bend through the knees. I'm making it simple. We're going to. So you're wanting your tailbone to come out like almost like a lightning bolt, and then you're wanting to tilt it just under, and then you're going to bring your arms up. So we're going to sink into our chair pose here. So if I face you here, we're going to sink in. Turn sideways so you can see sinking in. You're going to feel it in your calves and feel it in your legs. You're going to breathe in, reaching forwards. When we breathe out, you're going to bring your arms back slowly behind you. You're going to come up onto your toes here. See, reach, and I want you to squeeze through your arms. Breathing in, coming down. Breathing out. Reaching your arms back slowly, coming onto your toes. It is a little bit of a balance, squeezing here. Last time, breathing in, reaching, reaching, reaching. Sitting back. Breathing out, toes. Squeezing through the arms. Last one, breathing in. Staying here, breathing out. Releasing. Feel the burn. Shaking it up. Well done. We're going to transition now. Grab some water if you want to. Just have a good sip. Encourage you. And then we're going to move into our peak pose. Right, there's us all meet at the end of our mat. We're going to transition through chair. So bending through the knees, so everything I was just explaining that you got waxed. Reaching your arms up. We're going to ground through the left foot. And we're going to take our right foot back. into your warrior 1. So your right foot just comes back 45 degrees. Your body is facing forward, and I want you to start by just sinking down into your warrior 1. We're going to transition now into our humble warrior, reaching the hands behind you, interlacing the fingers. So we've been working on the squeezing and the opening it just as you need to. We're going to breathe in, we're going to reach back, reaching back. And then as we breathe out with control, we're going to fold forwards into that open space, reaching forwards, folding forwards. Breathing in, coming up with control. Those that want to stay there, you can. Otherwise, we're going to move and flow smoothly, reaching back. With breath, folding forward, reaching forwards, arms overhead as far as they will go. Head into that open space. And then with the breath, with control, reaching all the way back, reaching all the way up. One more time. Flowing here, all the way down. Reaching through. We're going to stay here now. Reaching the arms over. Then we're going to bring our arms, interlace back towards the bottom. Releasing through the fingers, bringing the hands to the mat. Coming into our lunge. Just to transition here, playing in the lunge, lifting up through that, the legs, creating space, bringing the foot next to the other foot at the end of the mat. Let's just fold forwards here, one breath, breathing in, breathing out. We're going to come into our chair, so fingertips can brush the mat, ready to do the other side. In your chair, checking your alignment, navel is on spine, coming into your zigzag, tucking the tailbone in, tuck, tick, tack. So reaching the arms long, grounding this time through the right foot and taking that left foot behind you, checking your stance, finding yourself in your warrior 1. Reaching your arms behind you again, interlacing your fingers nice and tightly so that you're squeezing through the shoulders, opening through the heart. And we're going to breathe and reach forwards again into that open space. Taking the arms as far over as they will go. Breathing in here and breathing out, holding. We're going to move through this again now. So with your breath coming up slowly with control, reaching up, open, reaching back. And then again coming down, folding forwards here, reaching over, reaching. And then again coming back, coming up with control. Squeezing through the shoulders, reaching up, reaching back. And then coming down, reaching over here, reaching the hands overhead, squeezing. Bringing the hands back to your bottom. Bringing your hands, releasing through the fingers, back to the mat. Find yourself here in your lunge. Breathing here. Left leg lifts up, comes forward into your forward fold. Folding forwards here, just hanging. You can have your hands at your elbows. Breathing in, breathing out. We're just going to gently take the arms to the side, rolling. Bring the body all the way up into standing again. Reaching up, and then we're just going to adjust through the clothes here and shake it out. Nicely done. Nice and strong, nice and open. Right. We're going to come just through some, not a full sun salutation. Come to the side of the mat. You can go to any side. I'm just varying it. We're going to just come to standing in our mountain pose here. We're going to reach our arms up, arching back. Because we should be nicely warmed up now, head to heart center, folding forwards. Folding forwards, hands to shins, halfway lift, breathing in. Hands to calves, head turning, breathing out. Breathing in, arms to the side, all the way up, carrying on, hands to prayer or prayer, hands behind you. As you breathe out, hands to prayer, comes back down, folding forwards. Hands to the mat, this time halfway lift, breathing up, breathing in. Breathing out, coming back down 2 more times. Your arms to the side, breathing in, reaching up, arching back, reaching back. Hands into prayer. Heart center, folding forward, breathing out. Hands to shins again, halfway up, breathing in. Hands to calves, breathing out, turning your head from side to side. Hands come together to the side, breathing in, reaching up, arching back. Last time. Hands for prayer, hands to heart center, folding all the way forwards. Hands to the mat, halfway lift, breathing in, looking up, forward fold. You can bend to the knees here slightly, hands behind the head. Breathing in, breathing out. Hands to the side, breathing in, reaching up, reach. All the way up, arching back. Hands to heart center. You can stand here and just close your eyes for a little bit, kind of integrating that whole movement. Heart rate should have increased here to the blood pumping through the body. You may even feel slightly lightheaded. You should be feeling peaceful, for sure, maybe feeling warm. We'll start to cool the body down now. If your eyes are closed, opening your eyes. You're just going to take the legs wider on the mat here. Feet are going to face in. But we're just going to fold forward here at the hips, folding all the way forward. Let's start by walking the hands forward. I could walk my hands all the way forward and meet you, but what I want to do is stay grounded through the heels. So then you're going to do like a downward dog, but a wide leg down dog. So your hands are strong into the mat as far forward as they'll go, but you're going to push your head through your arms, reaching your heels into the mat, breathing in. And breathing out. Neutral neck here. No tension in the shoulders or the neck. You can turn your head from side to side. 2 more breaths. Breathing in. And breathing out. 1 more nice deep long breath. Breathing in. And breathing out. Let's walk the hands back to center. Coming through the center, you can turn your hands and walk your hands all the way through the legs. If you need to take your legs stance wider, you can. Walking the hands all the way back, as far back as they'll go. Breathing in. And breathing out. You can bring through the knees if you're feeling slightly tight in the hamstrings. Breathing in. And we're going to bring our hands back to the center underneath us this time. You can pause if you want. I want us to bend through the knees here slightly in the hips. You can just start by a little bit. You can look down, no tension in the neck. Just sort of building up in the hips here. Remember, we are wanting to slow down the practice now, so just gently. Those of you that are comfortable in your hips, you can come down into your scandasana pose. You can be on your toe. Ultimate scandasana is on the foot. But I'm wanting to actually just flow here. So you can walk the hands like crab walking. The long leg, you can circle through the foot, walking all the way back, circle through the foot. Smiling, because you're happy. This is almost the end of class. Not that you're happy because it's the end, but because you're happy because you like yoga. Walking, circling, breathing. 1 more time each side. Reaching. And last time other side. And then walking into center. You're just going to bring the feet in. I want you to come into your malasana here. Hands into prayer. Try and get your knees to press, your elbows rather to press onto the knees. And then sitting down. You can also sit on a block or a pillow. Breathing in here. And breathing out. Down further if you can. 1 more breath here, breathing in and breathing out. Let's bring the hands down. You may need to bring your one arm behind you to come back to sitting on your bottom, not falling out, hopefully. Let us move through some roll throughs. So I spoke about opening our hearts and keeping our hearts open. So in life, sometimes people are good at giving but struggle to receive, and other people find the receiving but they struggle to give. So in life, it's a continuation to give and receive. So one cannot receive if one doesn't give. It just goes on and vice versa. So we're going to do a nice exercise here where we're going to fold forward. So I'm wanting us to fold forward at the hips here, not just rolling down like rounded. I want us to literally fold at the hips. So let's go there first. Taking your hands behind you so you're feeling that leverage. Feel that? Then reaching your hands long. Maybe they don't reach your feet. Maybe they just reach your shins or your ankles. That's also fine, but it's a folding forward, looking forward. Now I want us to do the roll through. So we can point the flex here, point reaching. And then we're going to roll the body up. This is where you can start to flex the feet, rolling the body up, breathing in. We're going to open. So here we're going to give, breathing out. And we're going to receive, breathing in. Breathing, opening, and we're going to breathe out. We're going to give. We're going to receive. So you can close your eyes here. Feel that. Inhale and exhale. Feel that love. Feel the giving, the joy of giving, and the gift of receiving. The joy of giving, the gift of receiving. Continue to roll through this now. Not too fast, just at your own pace. Really open up through the shoulders. You're strong through the spine, through the core, reaching long. Let's do two more together. Really reaching. And again, last one. Reaching. And then we're going to fold forward, everybody together now. No tension in the neck, just one breath here, breathing in. Breathing out. Surrender, really, really just melt forward here. And just as we come closer towards the end of class, just walking your hands up your legs. Just going to take that right leg over the left leg, feet are flexed, you're upright, you're reaching forwards again, hands towards the feet. No tension in the neck. Slightly deeper stretch here with the legs crossed, you see there. Reaching over, folding forward, breathing in, breathing. Breathing in, breathing. Turn your head from side to side. Last breath here, breathing in. Breathing. Just going to slowly roll the body back up. Slowly, slowly. Just taking the legs, crossing them the other way, lifting up, reaching up, and folding forwards again, reaching all the way forward, feet off legs. Breathing in. Folding forwards, breathing out. You can turn your head from side to side. Breathing in. Breathing out. Breathing in, last breath. Breathing. Getting peace in the mind. Rolling the body up slowly, 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 slowly. Shake the legs out a little bit. Just going to fold forwards here. One more time. Probably feeling more flexible. Hopefully feeling more flexible here. More supple. Because they're supple. Supple. Rolling the body back up. We're just going to finish off, or close to finishing off. Just coming to seated in our butterfly feet pose. I want us to bring our feet as close as we can to the body. Again, checking our alignment here of the spine. So when you press your hands into your back, you straighten your spine and your legs do tend to want to open up. We're wanting the feet to be open like a book. So opening the feet like a book, keeping the left hand behind you and then just pressing on that right knee. It does want to bounce back up. We're going to just try and press and open, stretching through, opening the heart center. One more breath, breathing in. And then come back, left leg. Right hand is supporting you, left arm is just pressing into that left leg. Breath here, reaching, reaching, pressing. I'm going to bring the hands to the feet, keeping the feet open, keeping the legs open, keeping the heart open. Reaching, breathing in. I think you want to. Reaching. Then I bring the legs forward. I'm just going to turn here. Just going to slide the legs forward on the mat. Feet are still touching. And you're just going to fold forward here. Really nice passive. Gravity allows you to just go even deeper into the pose. Hands can come forward on the mat. It's up to you. Breathing in here. Reaching forward, folding forward, breathing out. Breathing in. And one last breath here, breathing in. Pulling your nose in. Just slowly turning roll up the body. Bringing the legs together like butterfly legs coming up, shaking the legs out. I'm just going to scoot your booty down the mat, reaching back. Coming down to laying on your mat so you can either hold on to the legs or just engaging your core gently as you come to rolling down onto the mat. Let's hug our knees into our chest, gently rocking from side to side. We're going to take the arms long, palms facing down, feet to the mat. What I'd like us to do here is take the right leg over the left leg. You can just stay like that, or you can do eagle legs if you're able to hook the foot inside. I want us to take the legs now to the left. And when you do this, you're going to lift up through the hips, just realigning that the legs are coming across. Here you'll see your shoulder blade will have come up. I want you to lift up through the shoulders, reaching the arms long, and then turning your head in the opposite direction. You have a lot going on here. So you have squeezing through your eagle legs, twisting in the body. So you're squeezing here and you're reaching your arms long and your head is turned. Nice deep breath here. Deep breath. Breathing in. Squeeze through the body and reach. Breathing in. Continuing to breathe in your own time here. Last big deep breath. Squeeze, really make it count. Breathing in and breathing out. Let's release now, just bringing your head back to neutral, bringing the legs out, taking that top leg off the other leg, just bringing your hips across, and you can just gently windshield wipe your legs from side to side just to neutralize through the spine and the legs. Head can turn in the opposite direction as you do this. And then we're going to bring the right leg in, left leg goes across the body this time. If you're able to, and you do it on the other side, engaging the legs here in those eagle legs. Dropping the legs across to the right, we're going to lift up through the hips, lifting up through the shoulders, arms are long, turning your head in the opposite direction. You're squeezing through your legs, you're twisting through the body. Nice detox here. Reaching through the arms, breathing in and breathing out. Squeezing and reaching. Breathing in. Breathing out. One more breath and then surrender to the pose, going as deep as you possibly can. Breathing in. Breathing out. Bringing the legs back up, slowly, releasing through the intertwined legs, looking up through the hips. Coming one more time into windshield, wiping the legs just to neutralize. Turning the head. Breathing. We're going to then hug the knees into the chest one last time, nice and tight, gently rocking from side to side. We're going to lift the right leg up towards the ceiling, sending that right leg down to the mat. Left leg up towards the ceiling, left leg down to the mat. So we're going to lay here now. Our feet are splayed out. Our arms are splayed out alongside the body. If you would like to, you can bring your right hand to your belly, your left hand to your heart center. But if you prefer, you can take up as much space as you want on your mat. Spine is long, chin is tucked in. Taking a nice deep breath in through the nose. And you can sigh the air out through your mouth. We're going to go into our relaxation now. Allowing everything we've done in class today, just integrating it through the body into our relaxation. You worked hard. I'm proud of you. You're strong. Your hearts are open, and you're going to keep your hearts open. Just going to lay here now for a couple of minutes, just laying quietly, feeling the rise and fall of your breath in the body. Those of you that can stay longer in the pose, stay here. I encourage you to stay here. Those that need to return to their day, I invite you to, as you come back to the present moment, you start to engage your senses, you become aware of your senses. Become aware of the sounds around you. Become aware of the temperature changes, your body's cooled down. You can swallow. Your tongue is just gently listening. You start to become aware of your thoughts, your roles and responsibilities in your waking life, just as you start to process, bringing yourself fully back to the present moment. You can just turn your head gently from side to side. And you can reach your arms one way, leads the other, and a really nice morning stretch, reaching up long, breathing in. Another sip of air in. And then you can sigh the air out through your mouth. And then again, breathing in, reaching, reaching, reaching. And breathing out either through the nose or the mouth. We can finish here today in a morning stretch, just bending through the knees, bending through the arms. Maybe there's something else you needed to do in class today that you didn't quite get to stay there long enough or come and reach through the body now with your breath and stretching. And then all together, we're going to hug our knees into our chest for the last time, gently rocking from side to side. And then when you're ready, either rolling onto your right side and up into seated, or just rolling up into seated. Namaste. Thank you all for sharing this class with me today. As we walk out into our lives after this beautiful class, remember to keep your heart open. Whatever comes through you or to you in your day, let it move through the heart and move out. I encourage you to keep your heart open. Enjoy your day, and I'll look forward to next class.